Hello and welcome to this video. So the topic of today's video is, did India lose any fighter jet during Operation Sindoor? And let us understand the chronology. So why am I saying this? So India's CDS General Anil Chauhan in an interview today said something which means that India could have lost a few fighter jets in air confrontation against Pakistan on the night when attacks were launched on terror targets in Pakistan. Okay, so what did General Anil Chauhan say, and what that exactly mean, and why is he saying this today on May 31st? Let us try to understand that. So, what did he say? He said numbers not important, rectified tactical mistakes, okay, and then understood mistakes, rectified them. Okay, so what is he talking about? So we all know that Operation Sindoor was launched to target terror camps and terror infrastructures in Pakistan on the intervening night of 6th and 7th May. So Pakistan was always saying that some Indian jets, they were saying 6 jets, sometimes 4 jets, 3 jets. So they downed some Indian jets, including Rafale fighter jets, on that night. But that has not been proved yet. So Pakistan could not prove that from their own part, and Indian authorities also remained tight-lipped about downing of these jets. So today he was attending, CDS General Anil Chauhan was attending Shangi-La dialogue, and on the sidelines of this dialogue he was in an interview with Bloomberg. So what he said exactly, what is important is that not the jet being down, but why they were being down. Why they were down, what mistakes were made. That are important, numbers are not important. So he means to say that maybe some of India's jets were down, but why they were down, that is important. Was it a mistake of the pilots? Was it a malfunctioning of the jet itself? Or was it like shot by some missile from Pakistan? That is important. Suppose anything could happen. Suppose the jet malfunctioned. Okay, so when let me give the example. When Osama bin Laden was killed by American Special Forces in Pakistan, so they lost one helicopter. So Americans lost one helicopter. So that malfunctioned and so it was down. But that doesn't mean that their operation was not successful. They could eliminate Osama. So here something similar could happen. Maybe some malfunction happened with one particular jet. So that was down. So now our forces had to understand, Air Force had to understand what malfunction happened. Was there some technical problem? That could be one reason. Another reason could be, was it hit by some Pakistani missile? And if it was hit by some Pakistani missile, so these jets are fitted with radar. So that radar, why it could not detect any incoming missile? That could be second reason. And third reason could be, was it any mistake by the pilot who was flying the plane? So here again, I would like to remind you that Air Marshal A.K. Bharati said that losses are part of any battle, okay, or any conflict. So at that press meeting also, he did not deny that India did not lose any fighter jet. But at the same time, he also mentioned that all our fighters were back home safely. So no fighter died, or we did not have any human loss in that confrontation. So anything could have happened, okay? And at the same time, our CDS has said that numbers are not important. So what is important, what he meant to say that, what is more important is whether this operation, the operation which was launched on that particular night, was successful in eliminating terror targets or not. That was important. And certainly the operation was successful despite our losses. Even if we had any loss in fighter jets, our operation was successful. That is what the general meant to say. So these are the things. Maybe India might have lost a few jets, but which jet, it is not yet clear. Indian authorities have not yet given any details about which particular jet would be done. It could be Rafale, Su-30, Mig-29, Mirage 2000, because these are the combat ready jets with the Indian Air Force, because there are very few possibilities that Mig-21s or Jaguar could be used in combat, because their platforms are quite old, and I think in cross-border operations they would not be deployed. So there is a high possibility that these 4 types of fighter jets could be used that night. But which jet was down, it is not yet clear. Although Pakistani authorities, they also want to make their own narrative. They were saying that Rafales were down, 6 Rafales. How many Rafales they are saying? So that is a different thing. So some loss could be there. It is not deniable. Now let us understand the chronology. So just 2 days back, if you remember, on May 29th, there was a news at a conference in Azerbaijan. Pakistan's PM Shehbaz Sharif said that India's BrahMos missile foiled Pakistan's planned offensive. Or before they could hit, Pakistan could hit our air bases, their air bases were hit by Indian missiles, and he specifically mentioned BrahMos missile. So what is this about? So after prayers at 4:30 in the morning, so Pakistan's Air Force wanted to attack Indian air bases on the intervening night of May 9th and 10th. But before this, our Air Force attacked Pakistan's air bases, and we all know that 11 of their air bases were damaged. Major air bases were damaged. Their hangars were damaged, runways were damaged, so and other infrastructures were also damaged, radars were damaged. So this type of news we have already come to know. So after 2 days, on May 29th, Pakistan's PM said this, and on May 31st, our CDS said that we could have lost a few jets. So that means even after we lost a few jets on the night of May 6th and 7th, again after 2 days, our Air Force, our defense forces could rectify the mistake and again make a plan to attack Pak's air bases. So we learned from our mistake, we rectified it, and we executed our plan. So what was our plan? Our plan was to neutralize any threats that could come from Pak. So after 2 days, our CDS general is saying this. So you understand the chronology. Their PM already admitted that India attacked their bases. It is already well recorded. In a televised address, he said that, Pak's PM said that, and after 2 days. So that means we could have lost, but that did not deter us, that did not deter our Air Force. We again replanned and destroyed Pak's Air Force targets or Air Force resources, which prevented Pakistan from starting any attack or attacking any Indian airbase. So that is the final thought. Even if we suffered losses, I have learned mistakes and attacked major Pak air bases, and the extent of damage in Pak air bases was such that after that they could not launch any attack against India, and they requested India's DGMO. They called India's DGMO twice to stop the conflict, and Operation Sindoor is on hold. It is not over yet. So I hope today you have understood the discussion, mainly the chronology, what he said, what our CDS said, and why he said so about loss of any aerial assets during Operation Sindoor by India. So thank you very much. If you have liked the video, please like it, share it. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I will soon see you in another such video. Thank you very much.